A wall will solve everything. Zombies, bandits, ill, poor, old, and ugly.
Okay, it's your city, Mayor.
It is, and a wall will make sure that it will be mine forever.
Okay, what should I do?
We're gonna walk down and I'll be there with you.
What the heck?
And happy holidays from Bean Farm Gaming.
And this is our review of I'd like to thank the publisher for providing me a review copy of the game prior to its release.
It was developed by
Alda Game. It was self-published by
Alda Game.
Way to go on self-publishing.
It was released on December 3rd on the Xbox console for the price of $11.99.
$11.99? I thought this was free to play.
Oh, look at this blocky indie game. I'm gonna have a heyday making fun of this one. Look at these graphics. The wireframe characters look more like a PS1 game than a current gen title. Am I right? Actually, no.
Bull shark.
Don't bullshit
The Walking Zombie 2 is surprisingly addicting. I found myself spending way much more time than I had anticipated or planned for the review of this game. The gameplay was extremely intuitive and fun to play, with the constant RPG feeling of leveling up and earning points and XP towards new unlocked abilities easily made this grind fest one that I found extremely hard to put down. Even at the time of this recording, I'm having thoughts of stopping, just so I can go play some more Walking Zombie 2. So, honestly, what is so compelling about a game that looks like Virtua Fighter and Drunken Fist had a child? Well, let's talk about that now, shall we? The Walking Zombie 2 is a single-player, first-person survival RPG shooter where you're given a short storyline quests and even shorter challenges that puts you against hordes of undead zombies, time and time again, over and over into continual nauseum. Or bliss, depending on how it strikes you. The game engine looks a lot like another recent favorite on the farm, Kill It With Fire, which, when played on the Series X, the game runs at somewhat of a steady 60 frames per second for the most part, which is strange, as with any given moment, there's really only about a dozen enemies on the screen. You'd think for a polygonal wireframe cel-shaded shooter, originally based off an Android phone game, it would take full advantage of the Series X frame rate boost and run at a buttery 120 frames per second, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
There is a storyline written deep in here somewhere, but for the most part, I couldn't be bothered. The real draw for me here was the constant RPG grind of building my stats and upgrading my weapons through repeated combat action, returning to the same maps time and time again to retrieve whatever trick of the day or whatever fetch quest I'd been given.
Are you serious? This is torture. You're torturing me and everyone else watching.
That sounds terrible. Tell me again why you like this game so much?
Well, I guess it's the same draw as many of the Fallout or Elder Scrolls series games. The ability to grind specific skill sets to overcome storyline events and to open up new areas with higher XP, enemies, and challenges. Rinse and repeat. And once I've leveled up my player character and obtained new weapons and armor to overcome the area boss, I unlock a new area with more powerful enemy AI that award higher XP levels that help me climb the same system I just overcame to defeat the next boss and open up, guess what? The next area. And I'm not sure I can exactly define why this is appealing, as I really do feel like a hamster on a wheel. Walking Zombie 2 does provide enjoyable gameplay, and I thoroughly enjoy whacking these zombies in the head time and time again. After being stuck on the same map and working through multiple trips to the same little village areas, running fetch quests, the story finally opens up to new cities and communities, allowing me to interact with new NPCs and new areas to explore. which is fresh and exciting for a while, but once again sticks you in another grind loop in these new maps until you're strong enough to navigate your way in the storyline missions. I keep on mentioning the grind here because there really is only a handful of maps available at any given time. It almost feels as though the game was meant to microtransaction me to death. Or at least my wallet.
Hey, you get your hand off my wallet right now!
Almost. Like a free-to-play game. And although not expansive, I enjoy the passive zombie skull bashing while watching movies with my wife. Which does have its merits. So, yeah, it's a casual experience. In the end, I feel like the game is a great single-player campaign, and I don't feel like it would benefit from any sort of online multiplayer or co-op. Which is hard to say, because I love me some co-op. Several times I've found myself cornered or looking for a way to jump or clamber over obstacles. The lack of a jump button really hinders the gameplay for a game that pins you in situations where you can find yourself cornered by swarms of advancing enemy AI. The Walking Zombie 2 gave me a nostalgic feeling like playing a really good N64 game, or in a perfect world, a very advanced Dreamcast game played in 4K 60. Hey, a guy can dream, can he? Get it? Dreamcast? On fire.
Got him!
Which, overall, I wish The Walking Zombie 2 here would run in a buttery smooth 120 frames per second, but that's not going to stop me from giving this game 4 beans out of 5. Yep, well, that wraps up that review right there. Here's some notes I took. I put the keys to the truck. So, you know, we make these new review videos every week, so if you're an indie developer or there's something you want to see
Stardew Valley!
besides Stardew Valley or Call of Pooty, let us know your thoughts and recommendations in the comments down below. Be sure to visit again next week
as we continue to take humorous stabs at some of the industry's new and upcoming titles.
Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time on The Fog.